This laptop is 17 years old. It's from 2006 and this one is a brand new laptop. I just unboxed it the other day and the review for that can be found up here. But 2023 laptop versus a 17-year-old laptop from 2006. Why am I comparing these two laptops? This is a ThinkPad, this is an IdeaPad. The reason is the value of the money that I paid for each of these laptops is the same. So I paid X amount in 2006 and considering all the factors such as inflation and whatnot, I paid the same amount or similar amount in 2023 for this laptop, which is why I think it is a fair comparison to compare this very old laptop versus this ThinkPad. But imagine in 2006, if I were to buy a ThinkPad, that would have been very expensive. Believe it or not, this old laptop actually has a lot of features that manufacturers do not put in the modern laptops. I had to look for this battery. I could not find it. Let me clean this real quick and I'll be back because right now this is plugged in, but I think the laptop would appreciate the battery. I think you're probably wondering, well, we're missing this in the modern laptops. We cannot just swap a battery and put a new one in because manufacturers just want us to buy a new laptop when the battery is no longer useful. See right there, that is one difference right off the bat. So let's put this battery in. I'm sure it has no charge because this has not been used for maybe 13 years. All right, it's time to power this on. Let's find out if this 17-year-old laptop actually powers on, because if this doesn't power on, then I'm going to stop this video right here. All right, I just pressed the button and it is actually booting up. I should have set a timer. Uh-oh, that does not sound very good. It is just beeping. That is not going to work. Let's try again. Sometimes those old engines, they just need a restart. So let's press the button again. That is slightly better. I'm just going to do start Windows normally. So there we go. Let's try our luck. We'll cut some slack for this old laptop because we did have to press the start Windows normally. But that one is already in and it is ready to go at the login screen, the new ThinkPad. This one on the other hand is still starting Windows. So even if we give this old Lenovo laptop 10 seconds, it is still lagging behind. We'll give it 10 seconds because of that startup thing, but a minute 35, 37, 38, 40. All right. This is taking forever. Oh, I think the screen is up. So that is at a minute 45. So let's say it was a minute and 35. So a minute 35 versus this one was way less. It was like 30 seconds or less. So way faster in terms of boot up speed. This one does not have a privacy shutter. See, the camera is wide open to the world. This one on the other hand has this privacy shutter and you can hide the camera using this notch right here. Right now it is on the red, that's why it's hidden, but I can give it my fingerprint and that should take me to the desktop in a second, just like that. The boot up is definitely faster on the new ThinkPad. 10 out of 10 for the ThinkPad, and for the old IdeaPad, I'm gonna give it, well, maybe 5 out of 10. That's a fair number. Not even 5, maybe 4 out of 10. Because we are just asking it to boot and nothing else. Maybe 3 out of 10, because that was very slow. This old one has better viewing angles. If you look at it, I can just rotate it either way and for the most part you can see what's going on, versus this one. Yeah, actually this one is pretty good too. There is some glare, but I don't think the screen has made a significant improvement over the years. And USB 3.2 on the modern devices, they're 10 times faster. We'll do a quick test and drag and drop something from a USB device. So I have this USB device here and let's plug it in to one of these ports, which is USB 2.0. All Alright, just opening a drive is taking forever. Look at this, it is painting everything. And finally it came on, everything is now open. I'm gonna right click. Right click takes a lot of time on this laptop. And then paste. It says discovered one item, about 60 seconds remaining. 54 seconds just to copy something from a USB drive to the desktop. This USB port on the newer Lenovo is a USB 3.2. This is a much faster USB port. So let's look at how fast this is. Start and then paste. Well, we could see the loading bar, it was 6 seconds. So copying 249 megabytes, which is 1/4 of a GB, it took like barely 4 or 5 seconds on the newer ThinkPad versus something that was of similar value way back in 2006 that took almost a minute. So that gives you an idea of the speed in terms of file transfer. This old Lenovo, it actually had Dolby audio. And if you see the speakers, they are here at the top, and that is kind of upward firing speaker. You might have seen some modern laptops, they put the speakers downward firing and they kind of want to hit it on the table or the surface first. But both these laptops, they are kind of upward firing speaker. So let's play something and see what happens. Speakers are at 98%, and I just clicked play a little while back. It is still working on it apparently. Is it gonna play? And there's the new Lenovo. That volume was under 50% versus that was 98%. So you get the same volume just with 50% on the newer laptop. So audio probably has come a long way, and I could not hear Dolby sound on this one. So sound quality for the speakers, this one gets 4 out of 10, this one gets 9 out of 10. And for the same value of money, today I could actually get an AMD Ryzen 7 Pro. I did some Cinebench testing on this one, and the Cinebench scores are just amazing on the ThinkPad. This one, for the same value of money, I could only get an i3 back in the day. And this is Intel Core i3, and that is probably going to be terrible in terms of Cinebench score. The single core score is 283, and the multi-core is 593. That is just in the hundreds. Now let me show you what the new laptop did. Multi-core is 10,246. 10,246 compared to 593. That is crazy. Extremely crazy performance with the modern laptops. Now in terms of design, has a lot changed? Well, they did not have USB 3.2 and all this faster Wi-Fi 6 routers and internet speed and everything back in 2006. So everything was a little bit more bulky. They had to put in that VGA port for the big monitors in there. So everything had a little bit more thickness and needed more space, which is why it is a little bit bulky. So in terms of size and weight, this had to be like this back in the day. When I say back in the day, it makes me feel so old, but when I bought this laptop, I was 6. Very carefully designed actually, with all these LED status lights. They put a lot of effort into making this very useful and user-friendly. There was an effort that companies put in, and that effort is missing in the modern laptops. They just want to slap in a nice CPU, nice graphics card, and all these internal components are awesome, and they put a nice screen in there so they can advertise it as an IPS panel with this much screen brightness of 400 nits and all this stuff. But are they putting that effort? And if you like any video that you watch on YouTube, not just mine, anybody's video, please support them by giving them that thumbs up. And if you like the content that they're making, if you can subscribe, that helps the content creators like me a lot. So thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care. Bye.